Assalamu alaikum, grade 3. Welcome to our social studies class. Children, we have completed the lesson Our Solar System in the Universe. We have completed its explanation. Today we'll discuss its question and answers and then start with a new lesson. Let's begin. Answer the following questions. The first question is, what is a star? A star is a ball of hot gases that burn all the time and glow like a big fire. So, a star is nothing but a ball of hot gases. And when you see the stars at night, you find them shining. The next question is, how is a star different from a planet? Stars have their own light and heat, and they shine all the time in the sky. On the other hand, planets do not have their own light. The next question, why is life possible on the earth? Our earth receives heat and light from the sun, which makes all forms of life, human, plants, and animals, possible on the earth. We human beings and other living organisms are able to survive on this planet because of the sunlight, because of the sun. Because with the help of sun, plants grow, then it becomes a source of food for us. Because of the sun, the process of water cycle takes place and then we get water. The next question, what is a galaxy? A collection, a huge collection of stars along with gases and dust is called a galaxy. And there are many galaxies in the universe. And what is a satellite? A satellite is a heavenly body or a celestial body that revolves around a planet. Like we have learned, the planets revolve around the sun. So the satellites revolve around the planet. Like planets, satellites also have no light of their own. Name the 8 planets in the solar system. I hope you all have learned the names of the 8 planets. This question is for homework. You'll write all the names in the answer. Then the next is think it over or HOTS, that is high order thinking question. This is also for homework. When you see the moon at night, it looks bright. However, the moon does not have its own light. How does it glow? As we have learned in the lesson that the moon is a satellite. It is a satellite of the planet Earth. And like the planets, even the satellites do not have their own light. Then how does the moon shine and glow? When you see the moon in the sky, you find that it shines and glows. So how is it possible that even after it does not have its own light, how does it glow? You need to think and find the answer and write it down. We've completed this lesson. Let's begin with the new lesson. The name of this lesson is Why Do We Need Rules? And this is a lesson from civics. We've already completed one lesson from history, one from geography. And in this lesson, we will learn everyday cooperation, importance of rules, and need for laws in a country. Let's get started. Look at the picture given on this page. You can see children traveling in a school bus. Zian and Harjeet were returning home from school in their school bus. Harjeet, standing in a moving bus is dangerous. You might fall and injure yourself if the brake is applied. Zian and Harjeet are friends, and Harjeet was standing in a moving bus while Zian asks him not to do so because he might get hurt if the brake is applied. He might fall on his face. And let's see what Harjeet replies. You are right, Zian. What if others also stand up looking at me? What if other students also stand looking at Harjeet in the moving bus? All of us can get hurt. Now, what do you think will happen if everyone stands breaking the rules? What do you think will happen? You'll write your answer in the blanks given below. Now we shall learn what are rules. What do you understand by the word rules? Rules means regulations or directives. Something that you need to follow. Something that tells you what is right and what is wrong. At home, parents make rules for everyone to follow. At everyone's home, their parents make rules for them to follow. For example, parents might say, do not go near the gas or do not touch the knife. And it is a rule for the children. Why? In order to protect them from getting hurt. In school, the teacher makes rules that all students must follow. Isn't it? In the school, in your class, the teacher makes rules. For example, you should ask the permission of your teacher before you enter the class. This is a rule made by your teacher. Or walk in a queue while you're walking on the staircase. For the country, rules for a country are called laws. Now, rules are important. Why do you think rules are important? For example, if there were no rules, everybody would do whatever they felt like. According to their will and wish, they would do things. And it would have created chaos everywhere. In our daily lives, we are not allowed to do everything that we want to do. Isn't it? Are we allowed to do everything that we want to do? No, we aren't allowed. There are certain rules that we need to follow. We have to follow rules at home and in school. There are other rules to be followed as members of neighborhood. Being someone's neighbor, there are certain rules to be followed. And being a citizen of a nation, there are certain rules that are called laws which are supposed to be followed. What is the meaning of citizens? Citizen means a person who has the right to live permanently in a country. We all are born in India and therefore we have the right to live permanently in our country. And therefore we are the citizens of India. Rules keep us safe. Rules help us to live with one another peacefully. Rules help us to live in harmony without hurting, without harming others. Now, at home, your parents make rules that you have to follow. They make these rules to protect you from any harm or danger. As I gave you the example that parents do not allow the children to go near the gas or touch the electric circuit or touch any tools. And why do they make this rule? In order to protect them from any danger, from any harm. If the children went near suppose if the children touched the knife, they might get hurt, they might cut their hand. There are chances that they will mishandle it and hurt themselves. The rules at home enable all family members to share work, to cooperate with each other, and live together as a family. Now, when we switch off the lights and fans while leaving a room and learn to keep our things in their right places, we follow rules. Means you're keeping your things in the appropriate place, you're cleaning the house, you're switching off the fans, lights when no one is there, you're closing the tap if it is not in use. In this way, you are following the rules, you are helping your family members, you're cooperating with them. So let's see the meaning of the word citizen: someone who has the right to live permanently in a particular country. And what does the word enable means? It means to be able. Here is an interesting activity. Look at the picture given above on this page. The activity says, look at the two pictures carefully, means observe them carefully and notice in what respect, in what manner they are different. How these two pictures are different from each other. Can you point out in which picture the rules are not being followed? The picture to the left hand side shows a boy sitting on the laptop and watching something, and everything is scattered everywhere. And in the picture to the right hand side, you can see everybody is helping each other and they are cleaning. So, in which picture do you think the rules are not being followed? Yes, in the picture to the left hand side, where the boy is sitting and watching something on the laptop, and everything is scattered everywhere on the floor. The rules in school, in the classroom, the teacher makes some rules that all students must follow. As I gave you an example, walk in a queue, ask for permission before entering the class. Then, what else? Ask for permission before visiting the washroom or before moving out of the place. Now, here is one more example given. The teacher asks the students to maintain silence, very important, so that they can learn better. How will the children learn better? Yes. Now, suppose the teacher is explaining you something and everybody is talking, and there was no rule of maintaining silence in the class. Will you be able to understand and learn whatever the teacher is teaching? No. That is why it's a rule when the teacher is teaching, you need to keep quiet and maintain silence so that you can learn well and understand clearly. Then the teacher makes the rule to keep the desk clean, keep the classroom clean, throw the wrappers in the dustbin. Why so? In order to ensure that the classroom is clean. Will you like to sit in a dirty place? No. That is why the teacher makes this rule. The teacher makes these rules to keep the classroom in control and order. We follow rules when we raise our hand and wait for our teacher's permission to answer. We are following the rule when the teacher asks certain question in the class. It's a rule that you have to raise your hand until your teacher allows you to speak. And what if there was no rule of raising the hand and just saying the answer like that? Everybody would start speaking at one time. Then there would have been chaos in the class and nobody would understand what's going on. The meaning of the word permission: when someone older allows someone younger to do something. Children, I'll conclude this session over here. The remaining part we will do in the next class. Let's quickly recap what all we have learned today. We have learned what is a rule. Rules are regulations. Rules are directives. And why are rules important? In order to ensure that we are living peacefully, in order to protect us from harm, from danger, and rules are made for our safety. And the rules that are made by the country for its citizens are known as laws. We've also learned the rules that are made at home and that are followed by its family members, and the rules made by the teacher in school to be followed by its students and children. See you all in the next class.